I've made my way back down to the Dondracasto National Park at a place called the Broke Inlet. Normally, if I was coming to a place like this, I'd have my four-wheel drive, my swag, my nice warm sleeping bag, and all the food I need. But this time I thought I would pare it back and only take what I can fit on my body. So as I'm exploring this great place, I'm gonna test out my survival skills and hopefully show you some tips and tricks to survive in a place like this. Laying at the eastern end of the Dondracasto National Park, it's a large shallow estuary linked to the ocean by a narrow seasonally open channel that passes through high ridges of wind-blown sand dunes. My best chance of survival is heading towards the coastline because I know that way it's rich in resources like abalone, snails, everything I need to survive. So I've been walking up and down the coast and the whole area trying to find a good spot to build a shelter. Now I know when building a shelter you want to find somewhere that's flat, well protected and close to all your resources. Now shelter is vital to any survival scenario because it gives you protection from the sun, from the rain, from the wind. It gives you a little bit of safety. I mean, somewhere where you can stay and rest, and then also your well-being. You want somewhere where you can hang out and actually recuperate. So this area here, it's nice and flat, protected from the cliff, close to my food and my water and my fuel for my fire. So I'm gonna go look for some wood and start building. So I've made my way pretty far away from camp. I'm trying to find some dead wood, but straight long poles so I can build a nice lean-to shelter. Important thing about shelter is you want something that can withstand the elements, but it's not only good for the elements, it's good for morale. I mean, it keeps the morale up and you don't get so down so quick, but I think I found some good stuff around here. Alright, so I've got my wood ready to go. One of my items I've got with me is my tarp. I've got rope as well, so I'm gonna string that up into an A-frame shelter with the tarp. Keep me away from the cliff, but also give me protection from all the way around. But let's get going because it looks like there's a little bit of rain coming in and I don't want to get caught in it. There are no formal camping areas at the Broke Inlet, but you can find your own site along the edge of the inlet, nestled into the sand dunes or closer to the mouth. The weather in the southwest is pretty unpredictable. You never know if it's going to be sunny or rain, so I need to get this shelter done pretty quick. So I've got my A-frame built up, simply 3 sticks here, 3 sticks on the other side with a beam across the top. Now I've got a tarp with me, so I'm gonna stretch out the tarp along there. If you don't have a tarp, you can just put foliage all the way along here and cover in any sides you can, but I'm gonna get a roof on this bad boy. So I've got my little shelter ready to go. Tarp comes in handy and it's super small to kind of carry around with you, but I've got over the top, windbreak at the back. I can even dig this down to get a bit more protection here. If I wanted to, I can get more foliage, leaves, branches all along there, but far out the front, I've got all that wind protection in front of me, but this will do for me for now. I need to get on to the most essential part, and that's to find water. So I'm gonna have to find a running stream, a trickling water runoff, or along the coastline there could be a freshwater spring, but I'm getting a little bit thirsty. I gotta stop laying around and get going. The Shannon River is one of the major contributors to the Broke Inlet, and the water is pretty fresh until the sandbar breaks and the seawater starts flowing in. There's been a bit of rain over the last few days, so I reckon there might be some flowing water around here somewhere. All right, so I've managed to find some running water. It does look pretty clear, but we are on a bit of a floodplain, so I'm definitely going to fill up a bottle of water, take it back to camp, and get it on the boil. I've got my shelter, I've found water, but now I need to go catch some food. I know along these outcrops of rock reef you can find abalone, which is great to eat. However, it's high tide right now and I don't think it's very safe getting in the water here trying to find a little bit of food. So hopefully I can find something, go for a fish, wait for low tide, and I can get in the water here and grab some food for tonight. So I've been walking up and down the beach, and what I've noticed is these things absolutely everywhere up and down the beach in the water. And what they're known as Portuguese man-of-war or blue bottle jellyfish, these things will give you a good sting for about 1 to 2 hours, and that's not really what I'm looking for at the moment. But we were actually looking for these abalone. These are a little bit small, but we definitely know they're out here. And if you jump in the reef, you can pry them off and they're really good to eat. But with these everywhere, I think I might give that a miss. Might go try my luck at some fishing. Behind dead tree bark and stuff like that, you can normally find small little bugs and worms and stuff that you can use for bait. So I'm always looking for places like this to find stuff to catch some fish. Alright, so I've just caught a King George whiting, perfect size, beautiful to eat, but finally I've been out here for a couple hours now, but it looks like I am eating tonight. Yes! Well, I've got everything I need. I'm gonna head back to camp, start a fire, cook some fish, boil some water. It's been a pretty successful day. Up here, great for fires. So if you're allowed to, take this with you because this is good fire for tinder and getting a fire started. Keep watching next week as the adventure continues in my Broke Inlet Survival Challenge.